So starting with case 2. So case 2, you have end fire array. The first one was broadside array. You have seen in isotropic cases, the second case with same amplitude and difference in phase, you had the end fire array concept where the major lobe will be along the axis. So that type of pattern is called as end fire array. Now here, the major lobes, these are along the axis. Again, when you solve the problem, if it is given end fire array, you should be getting the pattern. That is, your peaks should be obtained in along the direction of your pattern. So that is nothing but end fire array. Now this field pattern, which is obtained, which you consider only two sources along the axis. So from the pattern, you can see that the minima is obtained along phi is equal to 0. So this minima direction, what you have perpendicular. So this is at phi is equal to 0. So we also know that we get the peaks direction, that is for xi is equal to 0. Now, the first step in this is, you know what is the equation of xi, that is beta d cos phi plus delta. You need to substitute xi is equal to 0 as well as phi is equal to 0. Phi is equal to 0 is mainly because you are getting the minima point, that is along the perpendicular direction. Minima point here, phi is equal to 0. So substitute xi is equal to 0 and phi is equal to 0 here. That is one difference in your end fire array. Now substitute to that equation, you get 0 is equal to beta d cos 0 plus delta. So you have delta is equal to minus. I'll bring this term to the other side. You have minus d cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So you get it as minus d. But we know that in non-isotropic case, beta d is equal to dr. So I'll write it as delta is equal to minus dr. So this is the main difference between your broadside array and your end fire array. In case of your broadside array, delta will be equal to 0. In case of end fire array, delta will be equal to minus dr. So if the problem, they mention it as broadside array, you are directly taking delta is equal to 0. Or if it is given and the problem is end fire array, you are considering delta is equal to minus dr. Very important difference which you have to remember. Delta is equal to minus dr in the end fire array. Now consider the value, say for example, I'll consider beta is equal to 2 pi by lambda, which is the general equation. Consider the dipole length as lambda by 4. So if you consider the dipole length as lambda by 4, delta is equal to minus dr, which is equal to minus beta d, which is equal to minus 2 pi by lambda. D value is lambda by 4. So this gets cancelled. You will have the delta value obtaining minus pi by 2. So this is how you find the value of delta minus pi by 2. So which means that here the linear array source 2, whatever the delta value you get, source 2 is lagging your source 2 lags your source 1 by 90 degree. Similarly, source 3 will lag your source 1 or source 2 with 90 degree. Similarly, source 4 will lag your source 3 with 90 degree and so on. So in a linear array, in case of broadside array, there is no such delta value coming into effect. Whereas in case of end fire array, each of your source will lag for about 90 degree. So in an end fire array, phase difference between the adjacent sources, it will retard because of the negative sign. So it will retard progressively as your spacing between the adjacent sources. So xi is equal to beta d cos phi plus delta, where delta is equal to minus dr. Now substitute the delta value, what you have. Consider this as 2. Substitute 2 in 1. So you get xi is equal to beta d cos phi plus delta value is minus dr. So you get it as beta d cos phi minus dr. So you know the value of dr, that is beta d is nothing but dr value. So substitute beta d as dr. cos phi minus dr, which is equal to dr cos phi minus 1. Okay. So it is dr cos phi minus 1. Now for this equation, you need to find out what is maxima direction, minima direction, peak direction, null direction, and side lobe direction. Till here, is it fine? Understood? Any confusions? The general step of end-fire array. Okay. So what is the procedure for peak to find out peak direction? Gurunath, what is it? Peak direction?
Plus or minus 1.
Plus or minus 1. Sure?
Don't know.
Don't know. What about broadside array? See your derivation. What did you take for peak there in the broadside array? Is it plus or minus 1 or it is 0?
0, ma'am.
0 it is. For plus or minus 1, you take for side lobes. You have to consider xi is equal to 0. So it is like, consider the general equation dr cos phi p minus 1 is equal to 0. So you'll be left out with cos phi p minus 1 is equal to 0, or cos phi p is equal to 1. So phi p is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1. What is plus or minus cos inverse of 1? General equation. It is n pi. Since we don't take n here, we consider it as k pi, where again k will take the value that is 0, 1, 2, 3 based on the equations. Now the peak formula of end-fire array which you use for problems is k pi. So this is the peak formula for end-fire array. Okay. We'll clear the screen. The next is you have to find out the side lobe direction now. Second, consider side lobe direction. Okay. To find out side lobe direction, consider your electric field intensity formula. That is sine n xi by 2 by sine xi by 2. You have to take the numerator sine n xi by 2, which is equal to plus or minus 1. So it is n xi by 2 is equal to plus or minus sine inverse of sine inverse of plus or minus 1. What is the general equation of sine inverse of plus or minus 1?
2k plus 1 pi by 2.
2k plus 1 pi by 2. So now just simplify this equation. First write in terms of xi. You have plus or minus 2k plus 1 pi by 2n. 2 gets cancelled. Substitute for xi. You know the xi equation, that is dr cos phi minus 1, which is equal to plus or minus 2k plus 1 into pi by n. Again, we need in terms of side lobe. For phi side lobe, you have to write the equation phi SL minus 1, which is equal to plus or minus 2k plus 1 into pi by ndr. Bring this 1 to the other side. So cos phi SL is equal to plus or minus 2k plus 1 pi by n dr plus 1. Again, the equation should be in terms of phi, which is plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus 2k plus 1 into pi by n dr plus 1. So this is the general equation. Again, k will take the value 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So phi SL equation of an end fire array, it is plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus 2k plus 1 pi by ndr plus 1. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next thing is you have to find out for nulls. For nulls, again, the numerator should be equated to 0. So consider sine n xi by 2 is equal to 0. So n xi by 2 is equal to plus or minus sine inverse of 0. What is the general equation?
K pi.
K pi. So bring it into the form of xi. So it is plus or minus 2k pi by n. Substitute for xi as dr cos phi null minus 1, which is equal to plus or minus 2k pi by n, which is cos phi n minus 1, which is equal to plus or minus 2k pi by n dr. Write in terms of null's equation. So it is plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus 2k pi by n dr minus 1. So this is the equation for nulls in case of end fire array. Plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus 2k pi by n dr minus 1.
Plus 1, ma'am.
Okay, sorry, plus 1. 2k pi by n dr plus 1. Okay. Clear the screen. The next thing is you have to find the first null beam width as well as half power point direction. So to find out that, you have to draw the figure in terms of end fire array. For example, the maximum direction of an end fire array comes along the direction like this. And you know that the half power point or the first null direction will be in between your side lobe and the major lobe. So this is nothing but phi naught. And the angle which crosses here till here, that is phi naught by 2. And this will be your phi dash. So if you are writing for, or if you have to find out the first null beam width, we know the procedure. We have to substitute k is equal to 1 for your null equation. We know the null equation. It is plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus 2k pi by ndr plus 1. Substitute k is equal to 1 here. So you get phi dash is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus 2 pi by ndr plus 1. So this is nothing but first null direction, where you substitute k is equal to 1. Now, in order to find out your first null direction, from the figure you know that phi naught is nothing but, or phi dash, which we have taken here, that is nothing but phi naught by 2, or the phi dash is similar to your phi naught by 2. So we write the equation of phi dash is equal to phi naught by 2, or your phi naught is equal to 2 times of phi dash. Similarly, like how we are done for the previous case. Now write for phi naught, which is equal to 2 times of this equation, phi dash, that is plus or minus 2 times of cos inverse of plus or minus 2 pi by ndr plus 1. So this equation, which represent your phi naught equation, this is not phi dash, this is phi naught. You're substituting phi dash there. So 2 times of phi dash will give you the phi naught, that is first null beam width. Phi dash is nothing but from here to here. If you get confused with the diagram, So this is your phi dash. And this will be your phi naught by 2, similar equation for this. So you know half power beamwidth is nothing but the direct formula of half power beamwidth is phi naught by 2. Once you get phi naught here, you can directly substitute that phi naught and divide it by 2. Now this is actually the second case derivation. The same formulas, but it is little bit changed. If you compare your end fire array and broadside array, you have got in all the cases +1 in case of your end fire array, whereas that +1 is not there in case of your broadside array. So you should be able to remember the formula, whereas first null beamwidth of your broadside array is 2 sine inverse of 2 pi by NDR. Here it is 2 cos inverse of 2 pi by NDR plus 1 is there. And this phi naught by 2, again, it remains the same. We'll solve a problem. You will understand when we solve the problem. Write down the question. A linear array of n isotropic sources has following parameters n is equal to 4, d is equal to lambda by 2, d is equal to lambda by 2, dr is equal to, sorry, delta is equal to minus dr. Obtain the field pattern. First null beamwidth. Obtain the field pattern. First null beamwidth and half power beamwidth. Done? Okay. The first thing what you have to do in the problem, what you need to find out? You need to find out the delta value first. So delta is equal to minus dr, but we know that dr is equal to minus beta d. Beta value is already, we know that it is 2 pi by lambda. D value, it is given in the question, lambda by 2. Find out delta value first in such cases. So you're getting it as minus pi. Okay. First find out delta value. Minus dr is minus beta d minus 2 pi by lambda into lambda by 2, where you get delta is equal to minus pi. The next thing is you are going to find out what is the peak direction. Now we know the formula of peaks in case of end fire array. It is phi p is equal to plus or minus k pi. Again, like similar cases, you are going to substitute k is equal to 0, 1, 2. Now if you substitute k is equal to 0, phi p value you will get it as plus or minus 0. Similarly, k is equal to 1, phi p value you will get it as plus or minus pi. K is equal to 2, you'll get phi p is equal to plus or minus 2 pi. So it will go on. You have to get along the axis here. So it should be either 0, 180, 360. The same thing will repeat. So it is 0, pi, 2 pi. In other case, you are getting pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 plus or minus values. So this is about peaks. Now coming to side lobe directions. You know the formula of side lobe. It is phi side lobe is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus 2k plus 1 into pi by NDR plus 1. Substitute if k is equal to 0, first condition. So phi SL will be equal to plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus. If you substitute 0, it will be pi by n dr plus 1. Now you know the value of n, you know the value of dr. What is the value of dr? What is the formula of dr? It is beta d. So it is 2 pi by lambda into lambda by 2. It is given in the question. You have pi. So substitute it. Phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of plus or minus pi. Phi 4 is the n value. Dr value is pi plus 1. So pi and pi gets cancelled. So you will have the equation that is phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus 1 by 4. Now solve it. Yeah. Okay. So you have two values here now. You have to solve for phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus 1 by 4. 1 plus 1 by 4 will give you 5 by 4. And one more value of phi SL, which is plus or minus cos inverse of 1 minus 1 by 4 will give you 3 by 4. Calculate the values. Cos inverse of 5 by 4, cos inverse of 3 by 4. You are doing it.
Invalid, ma'am. 5 by 4.
This is invalid. What about 3 by 4?
$41.40.
41.4096 degree. Okay. Now we know it both has to come invalid. Here it is only one value you are getting invalid. Consider k is equal to 1. So it is phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of, you have the k value. I did not write k here. To this equation, plus or minus k is 1. So if you have 1 here, it is 2 plus 1, 3. So you get 3 pi by n dr value is 4 pi plus 1. This will be plus or minus. So you get plus or minus cos inverse of pi and pi gets cancelled. You have 1 plus or minus 3 by 4. Again, 1 plus 3 by 4 will give you phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 7 by 4. Similarly, the other value, that is 1 minus 3 by 4, cos inverse of, will give you the value that is 4 minus 3. I think it is 1 by 4. See this value, if you have the numerator more than the denominator, obviously this value will be invalid. Again, no need to again waste your time by doing this. In terms of cos, if the numerator is more and the denominator is less, directly you can write invalid value. Find out what is it for cos inverse of 1 by 4.
75.52, ma'am.
75.52 degree. Okay. Now, again, both are not invalid. You have to continue the k values. I'll clear the screen. So consider for k is equal to 2 now. When you consider k is equal to 2, again phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus 2, 2s are 4, it is 4 plus 1 is 5. You please look into the equation what you've written. This will be 4 pi. So it is 5 pi by 4 pi. 5 and pi gets cancelled. You have phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus pi by 4. So you know that 1 plus pi by 4, the first value you'll be getting cos inverse of 9 by 4. Again, the numerator is more, denominator is less. This value will be invalid. Consider the next value. Phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of. This will be 4 minus 5 by 4, which you'll be getting is minus 1 by 4. What is the value?
104.48 ma'am.
Okay, 104.48 degree. Now again, go for the next one, k is equal to 3, because again, it is not invalid. You will get plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus. K is equal to 3. 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 1, it is 7 pi by 4 pi. So pi and pi gets cancelled. Again, you have pi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1, that is 7 plus 4 is 11. So you'll get it as 11, no? 7, 4, yeah, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 by 4. This is again invalid. Fine for the next one, that is plus or minus cos inverse of 1 minus 7 by 4. It is 5, 6, 7, minus 3 by 4. What is the value?
138.59.
138.59 degree. Others, you're getting the same value?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now go for k is equal to 4. Again, both the values are not invalid. You have to continue doing. So plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus. You have 4. So it is 4 into 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So it is 9 pi by 4 pi. Pi and pi gets cancelled. You will have phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus 9 by 4 is 11, 12, 13. 13 by 4. Again, this is invalid. Now go for phi SL is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 minus, that is 4 minus 9 minus 5 by 4. What is the answer?
Invalid.
Invalid. Now see, both the values are invalid. You can stop the phi SL, that is side lobe directions, until k is equal to 3. So these are the side lobe directions what you get for an end fire array till k is equal to 3. Now go for null direction. Again, same procedure. Until you get invalid, you have to do for null. You know the null equation, phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus 2k pi by NDR. Consider k is equal to 0. First null will be plus or minus cos inverse of, this is whole term will become 0. You will be left with cos inverse of 1. What is cos inverse of 1?
N pi. ma'am.
Yeah, n pi is not required. You can tell the direction because this is not derivation. No,
Zero.
0.
0
Next.
degree.
Yeah, 0 degree. Next, k is equal to 1. Phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus. K is equal to 1. So you get 2 pi. You know, NDR value is, N value is 4. DR value is pi. So this is 2. So you get phi null is equal to plus or minus. First value of phi null is 1 plus 1 by 2. 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. Yes, 3 by 2. Then again, if see the numerator is more, denominator is less, it is invalid. Consider phi null is equal to plus or minus other one, 1 minus 1 by 2. So 1 minus 1 by 2 will be 2 minus 1, 1 by 2. What is the value? Cos inverse of 1 by 2?
60, ma'am.
60 degree. Okay. Now both are not invalid. Consider phi is equal to 2. phi null will be plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus 2. 2 2s are 4. So it is 4 pi numerator. Denominator, it is we know 4 pi. Cancel. So consider the equation phi null is equal to, which is plus or minus cos inverse of one value you get 1 plus 1, which is again 2. Cos inverse of 2 is invalid. Take the other number, that is phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 minus 1 is 0. What is cos inverse of 0?
90, ma'am.
90 degree. Okay. Again, k is equal to 3. So phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus. This will be 3 2s are 6. 6 pi by 4 pi. Cancel. 2 2s are 2 3s are. You get 1 plus or minus 3 by 2. So phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus 3 by 2 will give you 2 5 by 2. So it is again invalid. The other value, it is plus or minus cos inverse of 1 minus 3 by 2. 1 minus 3 by 2 will be 2 minus 3 by 2, which is minus 1 by 2. What is the value?
120, ma'am.
120. Now, both are not invalid. Go for k is equal to 4, which is phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus, again 4 2s are 8. 8 pi by 4 pi. So it is 4 2s are 8. So you get one value as cos inverse of 3, which is again invalid. Check for the other one. So it is phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus 2 is 3. Again, this is invalid. Phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of what is cos inverse of minus 1?
180, ma'am.
180.
180 degree. Again, k is equal to 5. So you have 5 null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 plus or minus 5 2s are 10. 10 pi by 4 pi. So this is 2, this is 5. So you have phi null is equal to, first value 1 plus 5 by 2 will be cos inverse of 7 by 2, which is again invalid. The other value phi null is equal to plus or minus cos inverse of 1 minus 5 by 2, which is I think minus 3 by 2. This is also invalid.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So you get two values, both are invalid. So till now, so till here, k is equal to 4, you get values. So until this, you have to do until you get two invalids and then continue with next. Next, you're going to do that first null bandwidth. So clear this beam. So consider first null beam width. Formula, you know that phi naught is equal to 2 cos inverse of 1 plus or minus 2 pi by NDR. Substitute it. So you get 2 plus or minus 2 cos inverse of 1 plus or minus 2 pi by n value is 4, dr value is 2. You get 2 cos inverse of 1 plus or minus 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2, that is cos inverse of 1 plus 1 by 2 will be 3 by 2. Again, this is invalid. So phi naught is equal to 2 cos inverse of 1 minus 1 by 2. That is, you will get 1 by 2. What is the value? Cos inverse
60.
of 60. 60 into 2 will give you
120.
120 degree. So you got phi naught. Half power beam width will be equal to phi naught by 2, which is 120 by 2, that is 60. So this is half power beam width. Clear with the problem? Steps?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have to draw the pattern. Now pattern drawing, it is similar step like how you have drawn for your broadside array. Now consider starting from the axis, draw the axis first. So this is your now peak direction, where did you get? First you have to draw the peaks. Where did you get the peak direction? This is 0. This is 1. So where was the peak direction? Value?
0 and 180.
0 and 180. So your major lobes should be starting from here. Draw it properly. So this will be your major lobe. It should come in the peak direction, that is along the axis. Consider this. Now after this, what is the next step for drawing? Which one you have to draw? Null or side lobe direction in the figure?
Side lobe, ma'am.
Side lobe direction. See, before a major lobe and a side lobe, you need nulls. So first you have to draw the null direction. Consider for k is equal to 1, what was the null direction?
Invalid and 60 degree, ma'am.
Invalid and 60. So remember k is equal to 1 you are starting, not k is equal to 0. From k is equal to 1. You have got 60 degree. So draw for 60 degree. First 60 will come somewhere around here. So this is plus 60 degree. The other one is minus 60 degree. Now other one is when valid. Now directly we will go for k is equal to 1 is finished. K is equal to 1 side lobe. What was k is equal to 1 side lobe?
Invalid and 75.52, ma'am.
Invalid and 75. So after 60 only you should get 75. So somewhere here it will be 75.52 degree. Similarly, the negative value, that is 75.52. Invalid, again it will not come into effect. Go for next, k is equal to 2 null direction. What is k is equal to 2 null direction?
Invalid and 90 degree, ma'am.
Invalid and 90. We have already drawn here 90 and minus 90. So that is done. Go for k is equal to 2 side lobe.
104.48, ma'am.
104.48. So it should come after 90. So somewhere around here, 104.48 degree. Similarly, here it is 104.48 degree minus. Okay. Now go for k is equal to 3 null direction.
120 degree, ma'am.
120. So it has to come after your 104, should join and nearly to your 104. So it is here. This is 120 and this is minus 120. What about k is equal to 3 side lobe?
138.59.
138.59. This is your side lobe direction. But see what is k is equal to 4 nulls?
Invalid, ma'am.
Invalid, and one more is 180.
180.
180. See, if I draw this 138 here, there will be no separation between your major lobe and the side lobe. So this part, you have to be clear when you're drawing. Whenever you draw a side lobe and null, you should have a side lobe and you should have a null direction. Now, if I draw this 138 somewhere here, it will overlap with your major lobe and there will be no null direction coming. So this null direction should be somewhere here after 138. Maybe if it was 150, you could have drawn here. So since it is coming in the major lobe direction 180, you're going to stop the pattern till here. Is it okay? Any confusions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So following the pattern, drawing is fine. How you have to draw it. So don't just draw this 138 here and keep it like this. You have to draw only, there should be a null direction coming in between this. If that condition satisfies, then only draw this null direction, or else don't draw it, complete a pattern till here and leave it as it is. So what you can see here is conclusion after seeing both the problems what you have seen. As your number of sources, which means your n increases, the number of side lobes increases. That is your this one. If I give you, now we have taken n is equal to 4. If you don't take n is equal to 5, there will be number of side lobes which is increasing. So based on the number of side lobes, number of the sources, your number of side lobe will increase. So it is like if you increase the n value, it will obviously increase your side lobe values.